Namaste. Our work together today is very important, especially if you spend a lot of time in your hammock, or maybe you're considering trying some other types of aerial work, or you just think you need to work on your posture a little. One of the most common injuries that I see in anything aerial, and I've experienced this in my own body, is shoulder injury. So we're going to be working on our awareness in our upper body, bringing a little bit of strength there, as well as increasing our range of motion, which will also help our posture. Make sure your hammock is set at the height of your hip flexors, and I hope you enjoy this one. We'll begin our practice kneeling behind our fabric. Now, if your asana doesn't feel good to you, just stay on your knees. Close your eyes and imagine stacking your ears over your shoulders over your hips. Take a breath in and just gently sigh it out. We're working on bringing strength and awareness to our upper body, working on getting stronger and more mobile. So seeing that in your mind's eye. Another breath in. On the exhale, think of letting tension go. Right? We all have tension in our lives. Bring it to the mat. Opening the eyes and taking a wrist wrap. The hands are going to come through the middle and around the outside. Keep your hips right over your knees. Extend forward. Breathe in, drop the belly, lift the tailbone. Exhale, round your way up. We'll take a little time to open up, and then we'll get right into strength and conditioning, and then on to some deep stretches. Forward, inhale. Exhale, articulate and undulate that spine as you come up. Next time you come forward, I want you to hold here. Inhale, and on the exhale, pull the fabric out of the ceiling. Spread around just your upper back. Inhale, open, dropping the belly. Exhale, upper back rounds. Twice more, inhale. And exhale. Last time. Bring yourself back up. Keep your right hand in the fabric. It'll come down to the middle, and left hand to the floor. We looks like we have a nice little table position. Bend your right elbow. Palm will face in. And let your body weight really hang through that right side. I suggest looking left and tucking your chin in. Just let your body weight get heavy. And roll your way up. The arm comes through the middle, around the outside, holding on. Table position. Bend the elbow. Make sure your palm is facing in. Let your body weight sink and look to the right. One more breath. And extend, release. Go ahead and walk forward with those hands and knees. Inhale, arms overhead. See if you can catch the middle of the fabric. Step up onto your feet, coming into your shoulders. Stepping back and taking your first little arch into your fabric. Cradle your head with your hands and arch over. Make sure you're drawing the navel in and extending the tailbone down towards the toes. Go ahead and lift your gaze. I want you to press your hands into your head and widen your elbows. Inhale. Exhale, arch over your fabric. Let the elbows come in towards the head. And again, inhale. Actively push into the head, elbows wide. Exhale, arch over the fabric. Bring the elbows in towards the ears. Inhale, open. Press the head forward, elbows wide, and twice more. Exhale, back. Inhale, open. And drop. Beautiful. Last time. Inhale, open. And back. Lifting the head first. You can lift up the head. Hands are going to find the fabric. Heel toe as wide, if not slightly wider than your mat. Hinge towards the left. Use your left hand behind your head to support. Reach your right arm long. Create length in your side body. Continue to add that little twist. Switching the hands as you move to the second side. So the right hand cradles, left arm reaches. Come back to center. Heel toe the feet together. And find your way up. We're gonna get started with some of our conditioning work. The first thing we're gonna do is a protraction and retraction of the shoulders. Just so you can feel the mechanics without having to hold our own body weight. Arms come out in front of you. I want you to focus on separating your shoulder blades and then squeezing them together. So pushing away and back. Notice my elbows aren't bending. So that's the feeling that you should look for in your body. Bring the fabric up and over. Hands will go through the outside around the middle once and twice. Now, for beginners, you're gonna be way up here. And for the more advanced, you're gonna be way down here. I'm gonna go somewhere in the middle. We're gonna do multiple sets. Try not to bend those elbows. Contract the shoulders and release. Contract, release. Up and down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, shrug, bend the knees, roll your way up, extend forward, keep your arms just as they are, just drop the belly, lift the tailbone, open the chest, open your hands here, give them a little break, and roll your way up. From here, now we're gonna work on some more pulling activity. Think of a bicep pull-up. So find an angle that works for you. Strong core, bend the elbows, and release. Up and down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one for the lift, and then slow descend, count to 4, 3, 2, and 1, roll up. Go ahead and release your hands. Maybe roll the wrists. Hold on to the fabric out in front of you. I'm gonna step wide. Just like a downward facing dog, come forward. Let the chest sink. Shake the head yes or no. I'm actively pushing down into my fabric. My hands are slightly wider than my shoulders. From here, try to pull the fabric towards your head, nice open chest, and then extend away. So the fabric comes in, it's just over my head, elbows wide, and out. Keep those elbows nice and lifted, pull down, and extend. Give me 4 more. In, and out. 3, 2, the last one, pull it in, and release. Let your hands slide to the middle of the fabric and then let all your body weight hang. Just let all the work go. Take it into a full fold. You can relax the arms, maybe ragdoll them, holding on to either elbow. And slowly roll your way up. Fabric is behind you. Let's heel toe those feet together. Arch over the fabric. Take a little bit of recovery. That was our first set. We've got 2 more. Lifting the head and coming up. Fabric comes up and over. Let's get ready for our shrugs first. Through the outside once and twice. Stepping back. Ready? If you're feeling fatigued, step a little higher. Try not to bend those elbows. Shrug and release. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shrug and release. Coming up, take recovery. Keep your fingers wide here. I want to release the grip. And roll your way up. Fabric is in front of you. Bend the knees, hinge back. Getting ready for those pull-ups. Bend and extend. Nice strong core here. Up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, bend, and release slowly for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back underneath your plumb line. Release your grip. This time, downward facing dog. Come forward into your fabric. Fold in half. Push the ground away. Flex the feet. My hands are slippery today. Lengthen the side body. Pull the rib cage in. Shake the head, yes or no. Squeeze the muscles in your legs. And then just gently soften. Maybe cross the ankles here, cross the arms, let all the effort go. Lift the gaze, hands and feet walk forward. Coming up and out. Let's take that wide stance. Fabric is out in front of you. Hands are just slightly wider than your shoulders. Nice flat back. Sink the chest through, but draw the navel in. Pull in. So bend elbows, right? So I want to get that fabric right over my head if possible. Nice open chest. Bend and extend. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one for the bend. And then as you extend, hands slide to the middle, bend the elbows, get heavy. Rolling up and just taking a couple shoulder rolls. We have one more set and then we're gonna be working on some deeper stretches. This is the little hard part. I hate conditioning with aerial work. I did have to go up a size. My lats and upper body is so much larger than it was before because I'm so much stronger now in my upper body, right? So be prepared if you're gonna be in the aerial world to have big, broad shoulders. Contract and protract, ready? Shrug and extend. 1 and 2, up and down. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're shrugging and releasing. Bend the knees. Last time, come forward. Open up your fingers here. Last set for these pull-ups. Let's just get them done. Standing and finding your way back. Set your shoulders. Lift and lower. Control the way down. As always. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Release slowly for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice and slow, roll up. Release those arms. Roll the wrists. And from here, I want you to just open up your fabric. We're gonna find our way into a seat. We'll take a little break for that upper body. Climb in. Bring that fabric up to the backs of the knees. From here, left arm is going to come around your body and grab all the fabric to the right. Right arm is behind. Look over your right shoulder and focus on rotating. Right shoulder blade squeezes into the back. You're sitting tall. Release the right arm. Let your left hand slide up the fabric just a little. Right arm is going to dive over. So you can feel a nice stretch through the outside of this left shoulder. So you can just let your body weight hang. I like to use my peace fingers. I'm going to dig them into my shoulder. And I'm going to see if I can get a little deeper release. Actively shrug the left shoulder away from your ear and use your fingers to see if this almost feels like I'm using a lacrosse ball or a massage with a foam roller. Release, come back to center. Right arm crosses the body, left arm is behind. Come into rotation. Let that left shoulder blade slide down your back. Release the left arm, right arm is going to come up just a bit. Maybe it's just crossing your face. Left arm comes right up and over. Actively shrug the shoulder away from your ear, get heavy. If you want to use those peace fingers, just begin to slide right across the shoulder. Maybe little circles, little squeezes. And release, come back to center. From here, I want you to reach for the fabric behind you. We're gonna lie back, so find the curly edge and come into your hammock. So extend your legs long, walk your feet in. One long line from fingertips to toes. Take a relaxing side bend, just squeezing into the side body, making that little banana C curve. Coming back to center, use your hands on the fabric to help you sit up. Keep your feet in. We're going to take this into a back bend. So the fabric should come down to the middle to low back. Hands are holding onto the fabric. Slowly begin to lower yourself back and down. Now if you feel insecure, you can keep your hands on your fabric. If you want to extend the arms out to the side, certainly do so. Let all the tension go in the neck. Right, so opening up the thoracic spine, very interrelated and connected to our shoulder mobility. From this pose, we never lift our head. We lift the chest first. Bring your hands to your fabric. Keep the head heavy. Lift the chest. The head comes up at the very last moment. Kick your feet through. Elbows can catch the outside of the fabric. Fold forward. Close your eyes. Just check in. How are you feeling in your body so far? Rolling up, and you can find your way to the floor. Feet down. Catch the shoulders hinge back. Coming into that nice thoracic arch, you can hold the back of your head, open up. Draw the navel in. Lift the head, heel toe your feet wide, maybe as wide as the mat. And try that little side to side action. One side, over to the other. As you hinge to the left, I want you to continue to hold your head with your left hand. Right arm reaches long. So long from right fingertip to toe. And then over to the other side. Switching the hands, so support the head with the right, reaching left. And come back to center. Hold on to the fabric, heel toe those feet back underneath you. Bend the knees and come all the way down to the floor. Beginning in a table position, we'll do one hand at a time. Right palm flips, fingertips are facing the body. I want you to just gently begin to hinge your body weight back if you're ready for that. Make sure you actively shrug your right shoulder away from your ear. And then peel that hand off the ground slowly. Second side, lifting the left and reversing the grip. Push your body weight back gently. See how that feels. Actively shrug that left shoulder away from your ear. It likes to hike up. And nice and slow for that unravel. Begin to hinge your hips back. Roll your way behind the fabric. Reach up with just your right hand. So my right hand is going to come through the front and around, so I have something to hold onto. We've done this once already. Left arm is going to dive right over. So I want to give myself permission to really hang my body weight. You can use the fingers if you want, or You can give it that little fist bump if you want. Get heavy in your body. Roll your way up. Coming forward, keep the hand just as it is, back into our table position. Rotate your hand to face in, and then once again, sink your body weight. So we really want to feel that right side opening. Look to the left, and just get heavy. Let your body weight sink back. Left arm comes around the front and through, so we have something to hold on to. Let your right arm dive over. Let your body weight get heavy. Maybe using your fingers here if that worked for you. Really lean into this, so left shoulder to floor, right shoulder rotates towards ceiling. Coming up. Into your table position, rock forward. Palm rotates to face in, and then let your body weight get heavy. Look to the right, sinking left. Hinge that body weight back and release. Go ahead and roll those shoulders. Hands come through the middle and around. Walk yourself up and back. And forward, catching the hip crease. Come into downward facing dog. All that work in the thoracic spine, really focus on sinking the chest. Actively push the ground away, get strong in your legs. Shaking that head, yes or no. Let yourself float right underneath your plumb line. Point the toes and widen the legs. See if you can hook your feet in front, then you can reflex. Your wrapped down dog. Walk back with your hands. Press your chest through. Actively push the ground away with your hands. Allow the chest to open. One more breath. Slow on the release. Unhook the feet and you can drift forward, either downward facing dog or just take a little swing. Cross the ankles, cross the arms. Maybe take a little ride with me. On a forward swing, hands and feet to the floor. Walk yourself up and out. You can keep that fabric right in front of you. Take that wide stance. This is our last set. Drop through, right? You want to keep those arms slightly wider than your shoulders. Pull the rib cage in, pull back, and extend, right? So nice wide elbows as you do this. Out and in. Give me 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, bend. Extend the arms, hands slide together, take your fold. Release the hands, ragdoll the arms, let everything go. Shift yourself to the right. So I'm going to take my left hand to the outer right leg and then look over your right shoulder. Take a rotation while we're down here. Right palm to the ceiling. Palm should be facing out. Make sure it's not backwards, right? So no pronation. Open up your palm to face out. Belly to thigh. Swing to the left. Palm is facing out. Coming up. Come back to center. Soft bend your knees and slowly roll yourself up. Hands come through and heel toe those feet together. All right. Let's see if we can travel a little bit further into our thoracic and chest opening. We're going to work into our inversion. So I want you to create a little seat for yourself, climbing in with a couple handfuls, just so that you can get that fabric to that upper to mid thigh, right? So we don't have to pull it all the way down to the knees. Arms come through the back. It's your back straddle inversion. So as you come back, fabric should fall right about to that middle to low back sacrum. Legs come wide and cross in front. From here, just stop any swinging arms to the floor. And get accustomed to being upside down, ribs pull together. We shake the head, yes or no. Much like your downward facing dog, hands come to the floor and you walk to the direction of your head, right? So I'm gonna walk my hands forward and let the chest sink through. Really trying to open up that thoracic spine. All of this is connected. Press actively into the ground with your hands, feeling that side body opening. If you need a little break, you don't want to be upside down too long, you can come up. Maybe lift the gaze, exhaling, coming back down and through. And then slowly release. Hands are just going to kind of flow back. Lift your gaze, reach up for the fabric, and slowly unravel. I want you to come up to a seat. Let's let ourselves get adjusted to being right side up. If you like that little hinge forward, you can take it where you hook the elbows. And rolling up to a seat. Now I want you to watch first, if it's your first time through, taking a similar pose, but I'm going to continue to hold on to the fabric with one hand. So as I come into my inversion, crossing in front, I'm going to continue to hold with just my right. I'm going to look for the floor with my left, right? So I really want you to focus on finding this reaching back with the left and holding on with the right. So for me, if my left hand is on the floor and I look to the right, so I'm looking away from the hand, I'm feeling a huge stretch across pectorals, even into the neck. Come back to center, reach up and grab the fabric with your left, right? So I'm right at the thigh, basically. Now the right arm is gonna reach to the floor. I'm pushing away, but rotating my head. I'm gonna look left, keep reaching and playing with the right. Come back to center. Right, let both hands dangle. Soften through the shoulders completely, backs of the hands to the floor. And just make sure that exit is slow. Reaching up with your hands first. Ab crunch, release the feet. Find your seat, right? So sitting or catching the elbows, little hinge forward. Maybe shake your head yes or no. Now's the time to check in. Checking in with your body, checking in with your mind, because it will drift, think, or critique. And feet to the floor. We're going to climb back into our fabric. We're going to try to create a straddle first. So I'm going to say grab, I'm very tangled today. Make sure you have quite a few handfuls of fabric as you climb in. Take one leg and swing it over. We want to make sure that we can get at least both heels in our fabric, so tucking in, heel, and heel. Once you're in your straddle, we're going to do a little 90-90 position. So I'm going to turn to you first, Bend the knees. They bend to one direction. From here, we can climb through our little window, right? So this is actually quite a nice restorative pose, which is not where we're going, but maybe hang out here just for a moment. All right, so the side that I've turned to, I'm going to focus on rotating even more. So I'm going to take my opposite arm, which is my top arm, and see if I could reach for the fabric behind me. See if I can get my elbow all the way to the outside of the fabric. And just focus on stretching open. So we're forcing a rotation. I'm actually going to try to rotate even further, as if I want my chest to face the ceiling. My arm is just tucked behind the fabric. The more I push against it with my hand, the more I feel that opening in my chest and shoulder. Try to relax your head here. Let the gaze go wherever it feels it wants. Begin to unravel. The arm can come out first. I could stay there all day. I could stay here all day too. Extend the legs, come into straddle. 90-90, second side. So we turn, climb through your little window. Maybe let your body weight sink first. And then add rotation. So we're going to turn into that bottom knee, top arm reaches back. Find the fabric behind you. I can actively push into it with my palm or bend my elbow. Explore this shape. And let your head get heavy. And release the arm, come down and forward. Open into straddle, coming back to center, and push the fabric away with your hands. Guide the feet in. So we're going to create a bound angle pose from the inside. Soles of the feet are touching. Grab the fabric in front of you and pull those heels nice and close. You should feel a nice opening in your hips here. Sit tall, close your eyes. Reach around with your left hand. So I'm going to find the right side of the fabric with my left hand. And then come up and over with the right. I want to lean back, right? So I'm getting more of my side body involved in this. All right, keep pushing against the fabric that's behind you for this one. Feel the stretch all the way up into the arm, but side body as well. Reaching up. You'll gather that fabric all the way around with the right, and then lean up and over with the left. Remember, we're leaning back into our fabric, side body. Just let your head organically hang. Reach through the fingers. Come up through center. Grab the fabric in front of you, give a little pull. Go back and forth, let your hands face the ceiling. Feeling yourself just gently rock. Let the muscles get soft. Bring your awareness to your shoulders, your upper body. Notice how you're feeling. And let this pose take you into relaxation. Letting your mind drift and let your body fully relax. Just be held in your fabric. Bring your hands to heart center with a humble bow forward. Acknowledge any changes or shifts you may feel in your body after our work together. I want you to take your practice with you for the rest of the day. Opening your eyes. I'm hoping you can use this practice to help maintain strength and awareness in your shoulders, keep you injury-free, and walk a little taller. Until I work with you again next time, be well, and of course, Namaste.